Welcome back to the Girl Got Faith channel. It's Emma.
I'm Kyra.
And today we're going to talk about some Christian assumptions. Because you know how like everybody assumes that everybody else is like a better Christian, or like you assume what Christians are doing in their lives.
Yeah.
And you compare yourselves. Yeah.
All of the above. All of the thoughts in your head when you're in church and you're like, okay, this one's really feeling it. We're gonna get into it.
But we're also really hungry, so we're gonna make some pancakes
At the same time.
which is like the perfect thing to have in the morning after a sleepover.
Yeah.
Or something is quick, it's easy. The recipe that we're gonna do isn't really even a real recipe, but it just works every time. So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
It's a cup, any mug of flour, and then the same amount of milk, so a mug of milk, and 1 egg. And you just whisk it all together and that's it.
Simple. Assumption I've had is that everyone sort of like sings really well at church. Like, to be fair, I have been in church once and I heard the singing was a bit
Can you sing?
No, I can't.
I bet you
Do
can.
you know what? I can sing. I can kind of sing.
You can hold a note?
I can hold a note,
Okay.
but I can't reach the high notes. And I really feel like with worship music, there's a lot of high notes.
Yeah, I get you. I feel like though, that I'm probably better at singing worship songs
Really?
than any other songs. I think because I grew up in church, you kind of learn that like choir style of like,
Really?
no.
No, I can't do it. Because I have to go into like my deep voice to sing so I can go along with it.
Okay.
Otherwise I'm like, it's not gonna work out.
Okay, yeah.
So I think when I've been in church, everyone around me sings pretty well.
Yeah.
So, and I'm always struggling, like I can't hit this note. So I'm just here thinking, okay, it must be me. I must be the
It's
issue.
like a separate blessing that you get from God at some point in your faith journey where He just automatically makes you able to sing.
You can now sing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my other assumption actually kind of links to that, because I used to assume that people got like scouted to be on worship team and stuff.
Really?
So like I thought it would be like you're in the congregation, you're singing along, and if you were singing like so good, then at the end, the like head of worship or something might come up to you and be like, hey, do you know, I heard you singing in worship just now, and I think you should come and join the worship team, which probably like might happen occasionally.
I'm sure, yeah, maybe.
But I think most of the time people just like ask, don't they? And then
But then
trial.
what? Is it kind of like X Factor and they're like, you next, let's hear your vocals.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I've whisked it all together now. As you can see, there was no real method. You just put it all in and whisk it together and make sure it's not lumpy.
So it's quite liquidy.
Oh, so it's gonna be like crepe style pancakes.
Oh,
What are you thinking, American pancakes?
yeah. So those are the sort of pancakes I like, so.
Oh no.
It's alright.
Okay, well these are going to be like the really flat ones that you get in like Paris, you know, on this nice thing. I hope you actually like this. Oh no, that's why he was wondering if there's sugar in it.
Do you not put sugar in the crepe ones?
No.
Is it crepe or crepe?
I don't know. Crepe? Crepe? Depends if you're French.
I call it crepe.
Crepe.
That's
Just
your
say
trainer.
Yeah.
What other assumptions you got?
Okay, what else?
The blatant one would just be reads the Bible every day.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, that's the basics, right?
Yeah, it's your bread and butter of the Christian faith, reading the Bible.
Every day. Do I do it? Not gonna lie to you, I don't. I do read my Bible app that pops up every day, but
that's a good way though.
Is that good?
Notifications on.
Is that good though?
I think it's good. I tried to do the Bible in a year, and it gives you like a scripture every day, and it took me 3 years.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because I wasn't doing it every day.
Oh.
So then because you skip, like not skip days, but because you miss days, you then get behind.
Yeah.
But then I feel like the intention is there, and you're trying, and like, yeah, I think sometimes you'll really set out to read the Bible every day.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to the end of the week and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't read the Bible until this week.
But it's, yeah, I feel like that's the worst feeling, when you have the intention and you're just like, no, that didn't happen. But yeah,
it's like, yeah, again, I feel like it's a goal.
Yeah, it's something you can work towards.
Yeah.
So,
but you don't have to feel
possible.
rubbish if you struggle with it or whatever.
So Emma has just put the hob on.
I've just turned the hob on, yeah. And we're gonna put a little bit of butter in the pan.
Ooh.
Because I think that
Healthy.
butter works better than oil. Works better than oil. So one of the other assumptions,
Yeah.
which is a good one, and one that I actually struggled with when I was in school as well, in terms of worrying that people thought this about me because they knew that I was a Christian, that people have the assumption that other Christians are judgmental. Or that Christians in general are judgmental.
That's a good one. That is a good one. That's a good one.
Because I think, like, obviously we know as Christians you're not actually meant to be judgmental. But then, yeah, there's definitely the assumption that because, like, Christians are meant to be, like, holy, that anyone that does anything wrong, that Christians are looking at them as though they're a really bad person.
Yeah.
But actually, I think the majority of people that I've ever, like, spoken to in church, or even like being accountable to people that are older than me or whatever and helping me, I've never felt judged by anyone when I'm in genuine like relationship with them. I do think there are probably some judgmental Christians.
Yeah, I mean 100%. I think you get that with all sorts of people.
Yeah, but then I also feel like that's their problem, not yours.
Yeah.
So like if somebody is really judgmental, it shouldn't put you off from like, sorry, I'm trying to find my little thingy. It shouldn't put you off from, I've got this little thing to spread the butter around, from being like open. You obviously choose the right people to be open with.
Yeah.
But in terms of like sharing your truth, living your truth, whatever, like don't feel like you have to be perfect to be a Christian just because some people are slightly judgmental.
I think that's what it is, like what you just said. Nobody's perfect.
No.
And everybody's working through their own issues. Well, like if they're Christian, then they're probably working through it with God. So their slight problem could be that they are very judgmental, and who knows? They've probably already spoken to God about it and they're working through it. So
exactly. Don't like to party.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but like, what if I'm like shaking my booty because that's one of the dances I can do, and they're like, oh no, they're like, Holy Spirit, what activate? What, like, is that bad?
No, I don't think it's bad.
Like, how do you dance? What's your dance move? Like, how am I meant to dance as a Christian? Like, salsa?
Yeah, maybe that we should do some like dance moves that are appropriate for the club as a Christian. Because there are, like, you can dance without like being sexual.
And then like culturally, culturally, like my mum is Ugandan, and when I was younger, my mum would be going and like I'll be like, wow, she can move her hips, but that is like a cultural dance, like. So
I also think whenever you see kids dancing, like toddlers, they always just shake that. It's like the most natural thing. That is so funny that I just did that. Right, it's like, I feel like it is quite a natural thing to do. Yeah.
But should you even be in the club? Oh, it's too much.
Yeah, should you be in the club? That's a good question. I think people have different opinions on that, to be fair. And probably watching this, you might have different opinions as well.
Which is fine.
I think that's fine. And I think everybody should just go to God with their own conviction about whatever it is that they feel, because ultimately it's your relationship with God, and if you should never do something that you don't feel comfortable doing. But then if you feel like God is okay with something, then
that's fine.
I'm like, I don't know, pray about it, speak to God about it, and then everybody make their own choices. Let me see if there's any other funny ones that they don't understand what it's like to struggle with faith. That's a good one, because actually people do go through seasons of like, this is really hard. But if you're going through a season of struggling with your faith, the Psalms are really good to read, because in the Psalms, David speaks to God a lot. It's like basically loads of prayers, and he's just like crying out to God, and he's not necessarily struggling with his faith, but he's struggling in life.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's okay to go to God with that.
Yeah.
Whereas I think sometimes oh no, this one's burning. I think sometimes we imagine that we have to, look at that, there you go.
Oh, that's good.
Do you want to try and flip it?
Like flip it?
Yeah, flip it. Yeah, I think sometimes we imagine that we have to,
Oh.
You gotta like flick with your wrist.
Really?
Yeah, you know like the song. Oh! Yeah!
No, that's rubbish. Wait, one more.
Okay, one more. Oh my god.
How do you do
So like,
it?
really give it a good flick.
This pan is... No, guys, this pan is heavy, I'm telling you. It's the fact that I'm putting in all my effort. No, come on. I gotta do
How are
it.
you not doing this?
And these on yours, one hand. Maybe I need one hand.
Yeah, do
That's
one
what
hand.
I need.
Right, ready? Oh, wow!
It's not me.
Wait. There we go. Okay, you gotta like do it with your knees. Yeah, go with your knees. Oh! I'm actually really scared you're gonna hit yourself in the face with the pan.
Wait, I can't get
Like spring. Don't jump, but you know.
like.
Wow. Okay, that was
It's
good.
just not working for me.
Well, now you're going to eat that one. It's been nice and aired out. We're going to enjoy the rest of our pancakes. I'm going to turn this off so that we don't burn the house down. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And let us know in the comments below if you have any other assumptions that we haven't mentioned. They can be funny, they can be deep. And yeah, we look forward to hearing from you.
Check us out, Girl Got Faith, on all socials.
And don't forget to like and subscribe this video.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.